turn signal.
Turn. She goes and woes.
Trying to find first. You gotta stop first.
Ain't no getting slow roll. This is just stop it.
So how long have we been working on this thing?
The tag says 2020.
2.5 years?
Yeah, Brock.
Is that right? 2.5 years?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
So this thing came to us with a Swiss cheese for a floorboard.
Oh, God.
and it's a unibody deal. And so...
You can close the doors and still look through it.
Yeah. Let's just say rest areas aren't required. You just pull the floor mat back and
just right out the bottom.
But it reboxing the frame.
Oh yeah,
reinforcing the unibody. Here's the whole deal with this thing, man. It was engine. The idea with this car is a preservation, not a restoration, because it's a super cool car as it is.
It is.
Right, and
it's got character.
It's got character. The two wonderful, lovely people that own this car. The wife had wanted one of these. Monica had wanted one of these her whole life, and they retired and all this, and so they finally made it a reality. But they just wanted to enjoy the car and wanted to preserve what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a ton of rust repair underneath this thing. Again, boxing in the frame. It took new cross members. It was an entire rebuild of the brake system. Clutch system, engine, wiring harness.
Mm-hmm.
Guy here, because the floorboard was rusted out a bit, so we had to relocate seatbelt brackets because
they were just in tin foil.
Tin foil at best. But I couldn't be happier for Mike and Monica, and I can't thank them enough for their patience on this thing because it took us a while. One of the funnest parts about this here, take your drink. I don't want to be your cup holder anymore. Oh, don't touch me there. So
is it cold?
One of the coolest things is they wanted to be involved with the project to some degree, which I thought was really, really awesome.
It is.
Yeah, and they're wonderful people. So what I told Mike, I said, the best thing that you could do to help us would be to, we'll tell you all the parts you need, and you source the parts for us. They've been wonderful to communicate with, wonderful, wonderful people to do business with. And they embraced this project. They got involved, both Mike and Monica. And
they've come to visit it, 6-7 times?
6-7, yeah, at least.
Yeah,
over this time frame. But they did a wonderful job sourcing the parts for us. Of course, Mike's an electrical engineer. He's, I would venture to say, I've met my match when it comes to anal retentiveness. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
But he's just a wonderful guy. And this car, it's not perfect by any means aesthetically. It has its character. But I couldn't be more happier with how this thing...
running and shifting and everything. It works like a brand new one. It just looks like
a brand new one. We got to remember that this was the Yugo of the 50s.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Right? So running like a brand new one of these is like, I don't want to say it runs like a top with a dent in it, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but what a great little car, and this has been one of the funnest projects that I've worked on in a long time.
Me too.
And Guy as well, and it was just, it was so much fun, and he and I were just talking during the drive here, how, we know how special this project is to Mike and Monica, and I don't want to speak for you, but I'm sure you'll agree. fills our heart to be part of something like this that means so much to them. And despite the amount of time that it took to get it done, and you know, they did a great job of sourcing parts and stuff, but despite the time, they've just been wonderful people to deal with. And so what have you got to add?
Well, you know, the money we make doing this stuff is nothing compared to the smile after the test drive.
That's true.
That's
right.
The payoff right there.
That's right.
When they come back grinning ear to ear and saying, that is awesome.
That's right.
That's pay.
That's exactly right. And the cool thing about, you know, Mike is mechanically inclined too. And, of course, he likes to tinker like most of us do. So what he has here is the opportunity to, you know, take this car to the next level. You know, we put weather stripping in the doors and things like that, but we want to leave things for him and Monica to do together. So there's...
Oh, like the seat.
Yeah, the seat, you know, like repairing the seat and stuff like that. I mean, there's all these little things, but what we do know is that during that time that they have that time together to play with this car, they can drive it and enjoy it, and we know that it is mechanically sound. And so they can drive it a bit and work on it a bit, and drive it a bit and work on it a bit. So now that we know it's mechanically great, then they get to spend wonderful time together in their years and make it as visually stunning as it runs. What do you think?
Sure, that's a good way of looking at it.
So anyway, Brown, it's as basic of a little ride as you can get. You know, you got single speed windshield wipers that...
Yep, that's on, that's off.
Yeah, pretty simple.
This is your heat, hot.
Yep.
And then fan, 1, 2 positions.
Ooh, fancy.
Ding, straight. And then choke.
Choke, yeah. Turn signal there.
Turn signal on top. Ding,
and
ding,
the dual horns are fancy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they work pretty well.
Like a Cadillac.
Of course, 3-speed on the column. Now, I will tell you guys, getting this part right, this ball shifter linkage sort of deal down there, getting adjusted right is tough to do. And it mechanically, it works like an absolute top. It's wonderful.
You do not speed shift.
No.
You grab it like this.
Delicately. And of course, there's, you know, first, you got to be at a complete stop to get first to, without grinding it. There's start, and it's a
starter cable.
Pull. I think you guys may have seen it before. Your headlight switch, you know, is there in there, and the cigarette lighter actually works. Imagine that, and very much like airplanes had in the 70s and early 80s. It actually has an ashtray on the dash. How's that for an option? But, you know, you can break warp speed and light speed and everything else in this car. So there's one thing you have to do when you get in it. You have to be sure to please fasten belts.
Seat belts.
Isn't that wonderful?
Mine's on.
Mine's not. I don't think it matters that much. I don't know how good a seatbelt is.
Stand just as much chance of getting hurt standing still as going down the road.
When you're riding around in a mailbox, it doesn't. So we've been posting pictures of this stuff in the album here for, I don't know, a couple of years now. Thanks, guys, for following along and watching the project. And if y'all don't mind, jump in there and you know, give a big high five and a congratulations to Mike and Monica. Again, I want to express my gratitude to them for their patience and hanging in there with us to get this thing done. I can't wait for them to drive it. Thanks to Guy here for all his skill, talent, and we've just had a heck of a good time doing this car. It is incredibly something special, and it's nice to hand it over and you know that they're going to enjoy it for many, many years to come. So, you got anything to add?
No, that's about it. You know, it's always cool when you take old junk and make it run like new stuff.
That's right. So if you want to go, you go in a Metro. Isn't that right?
Sure. Is that our new ad?
If you want to go, you go in a Metro. Now, it might be 40 miles an hour downhill with a tailwind, but you will get there eventually.
We hit 45 a couple times.
Well, we had somebody pushing us. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks a million. Take care.
Bye-bye.